Good morning, friends and fellow farmers. What do we have? Oh, it's the 21st. Right, it was Evelyn's birthday last time. Nothing happening today. That's fine. Now, let's check. No, nothing. Tea trees are still quiet. Let's get all the coffee beans. Good morning, kid. Let's remember to water the coffee beans. Now, I had to check the... we put stuff in the crystallarium. We put jade in there last time. A few episodes ago. A nice house, 2 wonderful kids, and a beautiful plot of land. We're so very fortunate. Aw, good morning. And I was curious how long they seem to pop up rather quick and had to look it up. And because I've only ever used it for diamonds, didn't realize that different things have different incubation periods or whatever you want to call it, different length of time that they'll sit there brewing. I don't even know what the term would be because getting manufactured. What's the term we want to use? Which is interesting. And the diamonds are 5 days, and jade is like 1 day and some 16 hours or something like that. And that made a lot more sense now. What was going on, because they seem to be. I was like, wow, those seem to be done really fast. And yeah, I believe that was why. So we'll have to go and check on those. So that's exciting, because that means we'll be able to flip those over a lot quicker than I assumed. I thought we were going to have to wait kind of forever. And then some. Won't be the case, which is good. Okay, I honestly don't know what I have anywhere anymore. Right, okay. And then I had... where did I put my big fishy mess? What did I do with... Oh my goodness, my brain. We were crafting... Yeah, we were crafting, that's right. I was crafting things over into fertilizer. I must have been doing that from here. Yes, yes. I think. Yeah, we'll assume it was here. I think it was here. That's right, and then I used it all. That's why there's none here. Okay, so I got a little bit of garbage last time. That's what I was busy doing. Alright. This is all making more sense now. Okay, and we've got an ancient seed. Well, that's exciting. When do we have a collection of those going? We do. We have 4 of those going. Okay. Oh, hold the phone. We need to get ourselves a little crab cake. A little delicious light morning snack. Breakfast. Alright, let's go and dump these things off in the various places. Okay, those crystallariums are churning away still. But I don't know if those ones relate to reality. And I just saw some terrifying news that are... you know what, we'll just put all these in. There's actually not that many things here, is there? I saw that our wine is up, so we're going to have to get that. We got 1 more oak resin there. Okay, we'll chuck our paper in here. There we go. And I think that is us for, yeah, so I'm not going to even bother getting the rest of the stuff at the moment. We'll get it later when it matters. Oh yeah, I see I got a pile of things here. Okay, I guess I'll throw the hardwood in. There we go. Let's get on out of here. I don't know what I would do with the bamboo shoots. So what do we... Yeah, we got all the wine up, or juice, or whatever we made. I do not even remember anymore what we've made. Okay, we definitely don't have enough stuff there, so we'll start with that. We'll get the ancient fruit wine going. We'll throw what we have in the bin. Not much. I feel like it's interesting, as I used to dread the whole wine manufacturing process a little bit. I just thought, oh, I've got to do that, and then I had to plan the whole, your day. It feels like it's going to take up the whole day to do this, and now it's actually quite quick. I don't know if it's because we can fit more of these in the shed that it just feels like you get so much done so fast. Not sure if that's what the reasoning is. If it's because we're moving so much faster with all the crab cakes, we're more competent at it. I don't know, it just feels like less work now. But that's exciting to read about the jade taking so little time. So that's going to be helpful. We'll be able to get that going. Oh wow, we almost got... Yeah, almost a full one full of ancient fruit. Okay. Excuse me. Let's dump these in. Alright. So real life today, I ended up going out to, I'd been talking in a previous episode about getting tea at Granville Island. Today we ironically went out there because we had to for another reason, and it was a beautiful day, and it's funny for people who don't live around here. It's basically a kind of a touristy destination. I used to have an art school and has a lot of craftspeople and arts people. Like there's an actual blacksmith there and that sells ironwork stuff, and there's any kind of craft you can imagine. There's studios and stuff all over the island. It's a tiny little kind of I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a little neighborhood it's basically just perched on the other side of Vancouver, accessible by a little dinghy, or you can just drive there. There's of course a little road that goes in, and it's mostly a touristy type stop, but it's nice. You can walk around. It's a lot of air right by the water, and today, I guess because they have such a pigeon problem there, I'd never seen it there before. It's usually, there's a lot of like seagulls and pigeons just everywhere. And so if you go to eat your snack outside, as everybody was now because you have to, it was, I guess it's become such a problem that they had to hire I don't even know what you would call them. Oddly enough, my cousin does this, is a hawk, a person with a hawk that scares off the other birds so that people, can do their thing. So there's a person standing around with a little uniform and a hawk, or I'm assuming it's a hawk, not a falcon, on their perched on their arm, just standing there scaring off birds. It's the weirdest thing. So you can enjoy the tiny little birds. I don't know if they're finches or what they're, and the rest of the curious things, the seagulls swooping around and the pigeons prowling, and then the hawk. Very cool. So that's what I spent today doing. So I'm all, I've had my fill of sunshine and nice cold, brisk, coastal air. It was, I live in the suburbs, so it's much warmer in the suburbs than it is right at the water. You're like, oh wow, it is definitely cold out. Forget what time of year it is almost. So now we're down to, we're going to make a pretty good dent in these strawberries. Not quite there. Alright, there we go. And we'll have to go and check out at the quarry. Which is actually perfect as we walk out of this. We're at our little cart, so we can go do that. I don't know, good enough. That's how I feel about all the wine and juice making at this point. I'm like, we got most of them? Pam doesn't care. Hey Slime, how are you doing? Okay, so yeah, nothing popped out here yet. So I presume that the next episode I'll be able to get more quartz. It's not going to take long. It's Sunday today, so that's not by the end of the next Sunday, we should have, I would imagine, because we'll double every time, a full place of it, I would think, which is pretty good. It's gonna be, this is gonna be messy. I think what I'm gonna do is when I get some jade, I'm gonna actually go start at the bottom and then work my way up to the top. That way, if I do overlap, it's not so heinous. Let's go to town. Go check our garbage cans. Still waiting to get a garbage hat. I have it might take hundreds of garbage tanks. I have no idea what the random numbers are on this one. I guess we'll get some more of our fishy products. May as well, if we're going to make it, if we're going to make $1 million in fertilizer, if we're truly going to be the fertilizer king, I'm going to have to really go for it. I have to set these weird arbitrary goals. I just have to, because otherwise I have no reason to go ahead. And because I was thinking, what am I going to do with all this stuff? I mean, now that I've kind of like done most of my ambition of crab potting the vast majority of the game, what do you do with it all? And I didn't have an idea for this, so now that we're going to be fertilizer king, at least that gives me a purpose, other than getting the wood, which, that was one goal, but that's a small percentage. Same with the original, I just wanted the crabs, but we got so many of those so quickly that kind of, this whole thing, it's like a hobby that turned into an obsession. That's what the crab pots would be like if this were real life. People would be like, oh, he sure likes those crab pots. Yeah, he started by getting 1 or 2 of them. Next thing you know, he's got thousands. That's how it goes. That's a hobby turned obsession. That's how I ended up with dozens of typewriters. You go from, oh, it's just a hobby. And then, you know, a couple decades later, you've got dozens. And everyone goes, that's not a great hobby. Are those antiques worth a lot? No, but they are heavy. That's what you get to claim. That's what crab potting is. Crab potting is my typewriter collection. Hey, Alex. I think it's Alex I have to give a Christmas gift to. Every year, I genuinely struggle to remember who the heck it was. Like, at the time, I'm like, oh, cool, that person. And then the next episode, I completely forget. I'm like, was it so-and-so? Oh, maybe not. So I'm going to have to bring a variety of things. I guess I'll give him, like, muscle lunch. Whatever he, let's have some coffee here. Actually, you know what? Oh, let's check the, oh, okay. Good, she didn't see. Okay, perfect. Let's drink our coffee and go down. Go check the mayor's garbage. Wow. Yeah, I love all these color variations now. Very cool. So many. That little, like, baby slime there. Oh my goodness. It's going to get out of control so quick. I have no idea. I have no idea how out of control it gets. That's what I'm curious to see. I don't know. We're ready for it. I'm waiting. I want to see how ridiculous this can be. I'm excited. All right. As somebody noted recently, thank me for keeping politics out of my commentaries. And there's 2 reasons. One, by intention, I did, as we went into the worst part of 2020, I tried to consciously not dwell on what was going on in the real world too much. I thought, let's talk about the good parts of the real world. Let's talk about, you know, coffee and things that are fun. Let's not dwell on epidemiology. That's not good for anybody's mental health. Not mine, not yours. Also, I record ahead, so anything I say is going to be insanely dated by the time. It just varies. It slingshots around. Like, this episode, will probably go up a day after I record it. The next episode, it's hard to say. In a couple episodes, I might be 15 episodes ahead. You never know how life goes. So I try not to say too much stuff that is too dated. I just kind of consciously have over the years tried to do that. And I think it's stuck. It's sort of worked. Every once in a while I'll say something and then I'll be uploading a video and be like, oh my, that didn't date well. I'll accidentally have slipped on that. Generally speaking, I try not to talk too much about current events and things because it just gets a bit weird. Like from that perspective, from a time perspective. But also, I think a lot of us are into games because it isn't a slice of the real world. And I think particularly this year, we all need a little reprieve. It's a kind of a pleasant, it's a place where we all come. And, some people meditate, some people play video games. For me, that's what video games kind of are. They're a little bit of a meditation in a way. They're relaxing. I suppose that's why I play the games I play, and I don't play first-person shooters. I don't play games that would raise my cortisol levels through the roof, cause me to be all stressed out. I like playing games that just are not even like a job, but they're just relaxing. There's just a kind of mundanity to some of these games. And I don't mean that negatively. They kind of are, right? It's kind of, you play Animal Crossing. It's not because it's exciting. It's because it's cute. It's adorable. And also because it's kind of like an innocuous, it's like wallpaper. It's like a really beautiful wallpaper in Animal Crossing. It's there and it's nice and it's comforting and it's good and it doesn't demand too much and that's a pleasant thing. And that's something I look for in a game for sure. I love that we've gotten so many of them in this past little while here. We've been, I think, spoiled. There was a time period when, I think early on when I was doing Let's Plays, and I'd try to do a lot of more co-ops earlier on. My kids really wanted to do more Let's Plays, so I would try to find things that were more co-op oriented. But there wasn't a lot of games that were like in, this space. I guess now we would call it more of the wholesome game space. And so seeing it now that it's, before I would have to think, okay, what am I going to do a series on? What else is coming out? I'd have to really do a lot more research and put a lot more effort into the whole keeping up on, certain spaces, because there just wasn't a lot. And now there's such an explosion of stuff. It's quite the opposite. I can't possibly play half the really interesting looking games. I just don't have the time. That's a great problem. I really like that. I like that I might have stuff that I'm going to come back to in another, 2 years or 5 years. I might circle back and catch up on some things. And I think that, that's a nice thing. So games are, for me, very much a space like that, a relaxing space. Not a stress space, right, Slime? That said, there's times when as many of you know, I really love twin stick, like space shmups. That's one of my favorite genre of game. Those things are so stressful, and I have no idea why I really, really like them. But I think it's because it does a weird thing to your brain. It kind of makes you go into the zone when you play those kinds of games, and you kind of like, an hour passes, and you're just like, what? It's very, it's almost trance-inducing. It puts you into a very weird headspace. I kind of like playing those games sometimes. Not that often. Sometimes. You can't do that all the time. I don't want to play a Jeff Minter game every day. But when I do play it, oh boy, what fun. Oh wow, we've whipped right around here. So I've got to see how many of these crab pots we've got to continue to make. It's not many. I mean, I think I can make do with whatever I produce, but we don't have that many more. So I got to kind of keep in the back of my mind to finish this project off before I get too far along with everything else. Although I suspect once we get the jade going, and I do like a deep staircase run, which is the plan, then I'll be able to get a lot of resources, or a reasonable amount of resources, quite quickly if we start bombing. I don't know what the ratio is at low levels, like if it's mostly iridium, or if you get still a lot of copper when you're down deep. I really have no idea. I've never gone. We've never really done much run past level 100, so we'll see. 950, huh? So yeah, in the olden days, I don't think we never would have gotten. We wouldn't have gotten all the wine done, plus our ridiculous crab pot extraction, all done in one day. There's just no way we would have done that. That's it's amazing with high speed food and high speed beverage what we can get to. Oh, trees popped in already here. Okay, there we go. They sometimes look too far away. You're thinking, I can't get that. How did I put that in the water? There we go. The one thing I definitely notice is, I don't know if this is the same for anyone else. My kids have moved on to the holiday season. My kids are already 100% like even my son, who was not a super big Christmas person, this year was like, so we're going to put the tree up early. And they're super into the vibe of that. They just want to be in that space. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's funny. I don't, oh, we got some gold ore. What are we going to do now? Let's put these torches, I guess. Recycle those. Yeah, I don't know if that's how everyone else feels. We kind of want to just skip November and go right to holidays. I don't know how... I don't know what January is going to look like if we're doing that. That might be a bit harsh. But I guess if we need 2 months or a month and a half of the holiday season, I guess that's fine. I'm not a huge... There's not a lot of good seasonal music. Like, I can cope. Like, give me some, some of the more... Dean Martin, like, I'll take that. I'm fine with that. But there's a lot of like classic stuff. It's not my jam, and I'm just not into it. I can put up with it, but you know, there's only so much like Buble I can listen to in one year. And I think we're going to push we're going to find out what the limit truly is this year. We're going to hit those boundaries, I think. I don't have any room, so don't think I'll do that. And then I think we can, this is incredible. I can't believe we've got so much stuff done. We can get a round of things dumped in here. It's 12:20. I mean, we got plenty of time. That's wild. So let's see how we did. We got too many sticks, is how many we got, and we got 48 paper. Oh, come on, really? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to dump something off here. Well, let's dump the sticks off. How about we do that? And then... okay, well, I'm just trying to remember to come and fetch my stuff on the way out the door. There we go. Okay, and then that's... Wow, alright, fine. Put some more of the fishies in here. How about we do that? There we go. Got some rock, got some iron. There we go. Now we can ditch this. This is a whole lot of paper. Yeah, I've got enough to fill that, and then... What else do we want to go with here? We can go with the other trash. Yeah, that's decent. Okay. I'll keep the other things. Now, yeah, I'll have to sell... I should have sold my wine while I was walking around. Oh boy. Can I even get in? Can I even get in? I did. Oh boy. And we're going to pass out. All right. Wow, that was busy. We will see you all next time. Till then, bye-bye.